I'm Joel McCower here in Studio C with Andy Revkin, who writes the .Earth blog for the New York Times. Andy is a fellow communicator. We look at technology, we look at policy, we look at all sorts of things, social behavior. What's the role of storytelling in all of this?
Well, storytelling is vital, and not just storytelling, but making sure the right idea gets to the right place at the right time, or the right idea is shaped by the right second voice at the right time. See, storytelling traditionally was me telling you a story. It was a one-way street. You might laugh or you might say, that reminds me of something. But now with networked communication, there's the story of energy technology or of an innovation in energy policy is shaped by many minds at the same time. When I write a blog post and David Roberts at Grist, although he's taken a year off, sort of tweaks me for something that I got wrong, and then someone else will say, yeah, but what about this? That's a very different thing than what happened in the old days. So
we can have a conversation now instead of a one-way thing.
And the knowledge is a living, dynamic entity that's being shaped in multiple dimensions. Wikipedia is the ultimate demonstration of this, where you have this body of information that's constantly evolving, that in real time is being shaped by many, many people, but that dynamically ends up really being a pretty good representation of what we know about some particular thing. And it's an amazing, efficient mechanism for doing that.
What kinds of stories do we need to be telling? I mean, so much of it is about bad stuff.
Well, we grew up in the 20th century with everything about the environment was either woe is me or shame on you. It's all coming undone, and it's your fault.
Right.
And that is so antiquated. When you look at the problems, look at a problem like climate change, where there's no whodunit. We all done it.
Right.
We're all using energy, and you can punish Exxon, but my Prius, I still have to fill it up once in a while, and my minivan, which I need because we have 2 dogs, is not the most efficient vehicle in the world. Right. So who done it? Me. But the old model was always it had to be someone else's fault, and the other part of the old model was we need to pass a law, which basically means the solution is someone else's solution. It's government, a treaty, a law, that'll solve it. And things like climate change are just so much more wicked than the kind of problem you would solve that way.
So we need new kinds of stories for new kinds of challenges.
Yeah, we have to get comfortable with the story when there is no simple villain. We love, when I'm a songwriter, it's a lot easier to write a song about good guys and bad guys or a broken love affair. It's harder to write a song about a good love affair, good news is not something that gets our attention, and I think that's one thing we need to do. One thing I'm doing I teach at Pace University, and part of what I'm doing with students is trying to fill that gap, that the conventional media gravitate to conflict and to negativity, and what I try to do is build student communicators who are more focused on finding the stories that are not being told.
Yeah.
I'll give you one. We did one a couple of years ago, and a woman in Belize, an American woman, moved to Belize. She's raising shrimp, farming shrimp in an innovative way with much less environmental impact. And that story needs to be told.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the great things you do, Andy, is to build that bridge between the old media, the New York Times, and the new media, and that's a critical thing. So thank you so much for doing that, and thanks for being here.
That's my pleasure. It's fun.